comedy, man. What's up, Q?
What's happening with you, man? Y'all got rid of the bitches on my account? I mean, damn.
Yo, public.
Well, we know you're like a family guy, respectable guy.
I'm a family guy. I can still look at some bitches. Damn.
Damn. Get on the phone. Let me get on the phone.
Shit.
Right along, man. Came out yesterday, man. Everybody's loving it. Everybody's laughing. Finally, an action comedy, man. Like it's been a while.
It's been a minute, you know, especially when they get it right. You know what I mean? I think, Bad Boys 2 and Rush Hour was probably the last
that's how long
ones,
ago.
And then, go further back and you got Lethal Weapon, 48 Hours, and Ride Along. I want to put us up in that stratosphere.
And being in the stratosphere, Kevin Hart, man, he's like so up there. But you've blown up a lot of comedians out there. How's it to work with a guy that you didn't really have anything to do with that success? But it's good to combine the energies with you guys. Like that guy's a nutcase, huh?
Yeah, he's a fool. He's an Energizer bunny. You know what I mean? He's 34 going on 9. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. This dude right here. But I love him. Kevin he's the best right now. He's one of those comedians that's extremely polished. You know what I mean? He's a master at comedy, no doubt. He can do the hood stuff. You know what I'm saying? He could take it all the way up to the penthouse if he need to. Crossover, whatever you need, Kevin can deliver.
But you hooked up Chris Tucker, Mike Epps, like come on, Terry Crews. I mean, Cat Williams. Is it different to work with somebody like that, or especially all those other guys looked up to you and they had to integrate with your movie style?
Yeah, well, with some of the other guys, we got them early in their career. I never take credit for discovering nobody because these dudes someone was doing it for years. I saw Chris Tucker on the Def Comedy Jam, the first time. So and it's just in the spirit of Robert Townsend and these dudes who just found Witherspoon and all these these cats who are diamonds in the rough. I just gave them a stage. I just gave them a platform to show their talents. And Kevin's no different. To me, he's been underused, even though he's everywhere. But as far as movies, to me, he's been underused. And this is a movie where he can display his talents. It's like nothing in his way, and the stage is his, and he gets busy.
There's your top 10 lists of the greatest MCs and all these kind of cliche kind of things. And for me, Ice Cube is definitely in my top 5.
Yay.
And that's real, because what people forget is that not only Ice Cube is a bona fide giant in his own right, but was also writing the bona fide bangers for his team.
Mm-hmm. Were you like the first West Coast ghostwriter?
I wouldn't say I was the first. And I hate ghostwriters now. I hate that shit now.
But ghostwriting in hip hop was this taboo thing.
Yeah,
coming up. It was like it was like unheard of. Like how could you're
not an MC if you're not right.
Right. And if you're not writing your own shit, then you suck.
Yeah. That used to be how it was, and that's the school I grew up in. But it just worked out. I was a youngster. I was in 11th grade. I met Eazy. He was like, "Yo, got this group called HBO, Homeboys Only."
But you were in a group at the time, and you had a record out. For many people may not know, is CIA? Is that
CIA?
correct?
Yeah. Crew in Action. We was criminals in action, but they made us change it to crew.
You West Coast guys had some wild names back then.
Now you go on to YouTube, you can hear this record. Young ass Ice Cube. I would say 16, 17.
Yeah, about 16, 17.
Damn.
But it's definitively Ice Cube.
No doubt. So the group HBO, Homeboys Only, they was from Queens. They didn't understand, because I wrote them a song. I wrote them Boys in the Hood, and they was like,
"Wow,
what the fuck is a 6'4", man? Getting ganked? What does that mean?" So they was like, "We can't do this shit. We from Queens.
Wow.
We can't do this. We can't rap this." So it was a big ass argument. They left, and Dre was like, "Yo, Eric, won't you do it?" And Eazy was like, "Man, I don't rap."
Man, I don't rap.
Yeah, man, I don't rap, dude. And it just, like, after a minute, he was like, "Give me the paper." They started looking at the paper and shit, and then kicked us out. And then 2 days later, they was finished with the record.
What?
Took them 2 days to drop them lyrics.
And then history is made.
History was
Now,
made
what,
from
like
them.
in that era, and we're talking about 86,
85,
87.
86.
Yeah, like what were you listening to that kind of influenced you at that up to that point?
Shit, we was on Raising Hell. We was playing the shit out of Raising Hell and
Wow.
Run DMC album.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we was on that.
What was the hunger part of like your rhyme style? 'Cause 50 when he did Get Rich or Die Trying, you could tell the hunger was there because he was broke. You know what I'm saying?
it was it was our shot. You
Yeah.
know, it was our way out of the situation, and it was our only weapon too. You know what I mean? Against shit we was seeing like police and dope dealers and gang banging and shit. It's like, to fight the LAPD back then, you had no win. You know what I mean? Back then, it was like the police was right all the time. You know, before the Rodney King tape, police used to get away with everything.
Oh shit!
All you gotta do is get up there in your uniform.
Bash a skull or two.
You was right. So our only weapon was hip hop, was to talk shit about them, to expose them.
But records at that time weren't talking about, stuff happening in the street like that. It was, party records and I'll battle you and whatever. So you got both of those things kind of like up against you, where the cards are not stacked in your favor.
Yeah, not at all. We thought our records would never get played. You know what I mean? We thought our records would only get heard like
in the swap meet.
Yeah, just a gang of, it's just criminals, would only listen to our records. You know what I mean? Because back then they used to put them records like that in the section with the old like Richard Pryor, Red Fox records, and the blue records. They put them in the back somewhere, but that record just blew up. We developed a style because we knew we wasn't gonna get famous rapping about parties, and we knew we wasn't gonna make any noise doing what the East Coast rappers were doing, because they was our heroes. You know what I mean? They was the, when you coming up, you never think you're gonna be on stage with Rakim. You know what I mean? You like,
that's gangster though.
It's like, so they made those records, and they made those records work. So we had to figure out what was gonna work around here, what was gonna work in our neighborhood, because we was just really trying to be ghetto stars. Straight up, we wasn't trying.
So you weren't even thinking about it being global and seeing all this crazy shit. Like,
we didn't think nobody gave a fuck. We didn't think nobody cared about West Coast rappers at all. But West Coast. So we just figured we'd be just right there, and we just be ghetto stars, and get all the little pussy in the neighborhood we wanted.
well, we're gonna get into this mix right now.
Yeah. We need to go hard.
Ice Cube all day. At Ice Cube that's your Twitter handle?
Yeah, that's my Twitter.
And the movie came out yesterday. We're gonna come back with Right Along. You gotta give us a 101 on the movie. Any funny tips? Any secrets? Any backstage weed smoking? Okay, I want to know everything. So we'll be right back.
Yeah.